Welcome to episode 147 of the NERO Show. In today's episode,
there is a new World Tour level bike from Willier, the Filante SLR. We chat through what they've done and if it's any good or not.
Eat or Pass, Road Toads drops his Hot or Not 2025 bike list. We break it down.
And then, of course, we finish with the Aero Climbing Do-It-All Bike Edition of Dog or Fast Bike. Who makes the cut? Let's see. All right, let's get into it.
All right, potential for a bit of scattergun this week, Jesse. There's new bikes. There's a bit of World Tour gossip happening. Some training chat, sniffing around the notes.
And I've done no preparation.
And you've done very little preparation.
I'm just here
coming in
for little rants.
No, you're fresh.
And little bits of banter. All right.
No, you're fresh. You're freshening up.
Actually, I lie. I did look at this new Willier release.
You did.
I did have a look at this.
Yes, there was a text to and fro about this, without a doubt. All right, do you want to start us off on this?
Yeah, so it's a new Willier Filante SLR
I think we go Filante.
ID2, and we got the title from BikeRumor.com. It sharpens aero edge, sets new standard for speed. Well, there we go.
If it's a sharp edge,
yeah, sets a new standard.
Sets a new standard, does it? That's interesting.
So this is the World Tour bike, for those that can't remember, ridden by Groupama FDJ. It isn't just another incremental update, according to Bike Rumor. It sets a new standard for speed for Willier, a complete rethink of what aero efficiency means when the rider is part of the equation. You like to throw that in, don't they? When the rider is part of the equation. So what are we looking at? What looks to be a pretty standard aero tweaked bike with aero bottles built around these aero bottles in there. Comes with integrated handlebars, their own Miche wheels, speed saving. So in the Cycling News article, they say the brand claims with a rider on this bike at 40 kilometers an hour, it's 14 watts faster than the old bike. With the Aero kit bottles, that's the Aero bottles, and 11.5 watts faster without. I do not believe that at all. I don't know what wind tunnel testing they've done or where they've calculated that. There's no way you're saving 14 watts on the old bike at 40 kilometers an hour. It's just not happening. So I don't know. That's just not in line. You're kind of talking changing bikes, and that's with a rider on it. Changing bikes with a rider. Improvement from it. If they said it was 4 watts faster, I'd kind of go, yeah, okay. 14? I don't believe that. Especially at 40 kilometers an hour. It's not even that fast of a wind speed. And the old one wasn't even that bad, really. So Tour Magazine had the old one at 214. That's not a total dog.
No.
So to claim 14 watts faster is just not... Now that if you listen to the show, we kind of know the numbers now. Throwing out stuff like that doesn't really line up.
They make another little claim, which I thought was kind of interesting. So they did comparative testing against 5 undisclosed World Tour competitors. Good. A
giant TCR, a Colnago V4 RS.
No numbers to give us, but quotes that only one competitor even came close to the new Willier, delivering another impressive reduction of CDA of 2.4%. Again, they're pretty big claims.
Very big.
This feels like back to the dark old days, the bad old days of marketing shit.
If you're not sure what we're talking about, just go and I think it was last week, didn't we? Went through like a bike release and what we want to see. I mean, this is what we don't want to see. This is just absolute slop fest. Nothing is coherent. Now, I don't know if there's some white paper I'm missing. I'm kind of reading from the articles. But like these claims are just a joke. But I mean, Aero made up numbers aside, what do you think of the thing about, Dave's swung his leg over it. He took it out for a ride. I mean, what is this?
Can I discuss one other thing?
Yeah.
Where are you with your mixes of carbon? So we've got on this new bike we're mixing a little bit of T800 with some T1100 and some M46JB carbon fibers thrown in.
Yeah.
To mix it up for a little bit of stiffness to weight ratio. So it's a blend. We're running a nice little Grenache.
There's always a blend.
Always a blend. You like that?
That doesn't really.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're happy with that? Good.
I mean, A nod to the layup.
On to the way up. The weight is around where I would probably expect it to be. 7.5 kilos, really, with a top of the line.
Well, they're claiming Dura-Ace Di2 7.1, but that would be without pedals. That'd be so put pedals on, you're 7.3.
So the super record one that another magazine was writing without pedals was 7.39.
Okay. Yeah. So you got Dura-Ace.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it sort of low sevens to mid sevens?
Why are we even talking about this bike?
I mean, what's the pricing on it? So we've got with SRAM Red, 11,650 pounds. If you're just more value conscious, you get Ultegra Di2, 8,750 pounds. And that doesn't have a power meter. If you're lower spec and you want a power meter, you get SRAM Force Axis with a power meter, 9,300 pounds. That's $18,900 US. 12,400. Sorry, 18,900 Aussie dollars. 12,400 US dollars. Freaking expensive. What do you have? I feel like I'm just being super. There's just nothing exciting me about the release. To me, this is a release. When I look at this, I just go, they've done a junket. They've got it out for people to write quote unquote reviews on. They've obviously put forward because remember, the people writing these articles don't go in and dig for these Aero claims. They've just cut that from the press PDF data that they would have gotten and then just pasted it in. So those quotes that we just read out are things that the brand would have wanted them to put in. So, and that's their release is if you're a World Tour rider, is this, is this competing? Is this up there with what new bikes are going to, because it's the same price as any new bike from any other Western brand. Is this bleeding edge?
With the claims that it's making, the only way that this was a compelling, interesting launch is that it was included in the Cycling News testing, as far as I'm concerned. Or Tour Magazine got their hands on it really early on, and that sort of was able to come out simultaneously with the launch. Beyond that, I mean, there's a bit of rhetoric in some of these reviews to say that it's a really nice bike to ride. And I'm sure that's perfectly fine. But again, I don't think that's acceptable as the flagship road race bike to just have your own claims, your own Aero claims that look questionable. Let's be honest, questionable, and follow it up with some reviews that are ride quality based. I don't know. This just misses the mark for me.
Totally. In my opinion, a difficult bike to recommend, really.
Yep.
Unless you love the Italian heritage of the brand, there's not much exciting I'm seeing. I'm even looking at it from the front. It's not particularly narrow.
Counterpoint. This is the perfect Aero bike for the everyday man, Jesse. Not everyone wants their Aero bike to be bleeding edge technology with proprietary everything all over it. There's nothing wrong with a brand doubling down on a comfortable, pretty fast Aero bike. Leave us alone.
A marginal improvement from the last one.
There's nothing wrong with that. Why are you so pissed off? Why are you so, this is, if
the handlebars are narrower, so it comes in two specs, 37 to flare to 40, 39 flare to 42. All right? And you can also get a 35 flare to 38 if you want.
There's also a chat around the brand. It is a family-run brand. So if you are in this type of, there's someone out there who would buy into that kind of heritage. This brand does have a heritage about it. So it's kind of the size of a brand where it's annoyingly, it's not as big as Colnago where they can just take risks on spaceship designs, but they're not tiny, small, where they can just be a real niche. They're kind of in that weird middle ground, probably where maybe I don't know enough about Orbea, but I sort of feel like that's where they might be as well. It's a brand that cycling's probably better off that they exist, but does that mean...
I'm going to just slightly pivot because we had a chat with someone recently in the industry about the idea that a lot of the Chinese brands now will get sort of pats on the back for having cheaper prices, even though a lot of them don't do much of their own R&D and they're essentially just copying designs from a Western brand from a couple of years ago. And that also at the same time, people will complain that a Western brand's prices are expensive or overpriced, even though they're the ones that are investing in moving the engineering forward. That was the sort of the annoyance that this person had, which I thought was kind of fair. But then sort of to counter that, I would bring this up as an example of a really easy target for someone to sit and go, well, what are we actually paying for here? Because there's not a lot of innovation going on here and it costs an arm and a leg. And so this is what gets the pushback. I don't think you can bucket all the Western brands and always be like, oh, they're worth it because you get R&D. Well, because sometimes you get this. So
that's the point. Like there's so much more nuance to this that it's like you have to choose a side at this point. It's like your mainstream or your China bike, and those two camps operate completely separate of each other, but everyone in each camp does things the same way, and that's just not the case. Like you can't compare this to what Specialized have done, essentially with the SL8. Like that is arguably still the most aero lightweight, stiffness to weight, whatever creation that no one's really touched. And what went into that was, hate to say it, but research and development. And that costs money. And that money eventually does, find its way to the ticket price that you pay for. This like feels like, that Evolve that we talked about the other week, it basically feels like it's got the same R&D that this thing does. So
this could just be a win space.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
What? I'm hard pressed to convince there's much more going on here than there's going on in a win space.
Yeah.
And not to just annoyingly keep hitting the same point, but which would be fine if you almost just double down on that instead of pretending you are the new Venge, but everyone can see through it. That would be my main thing with this new Filante.
There are brands in the cycling industry that invest in research and development and do move the sport forward, and their products, we pay for it. Like we do pay for it. There's no two ways about it. And there are trends that a Chinese brand will then essentially just copy, mimic, and put out at a much cheaper price. And does it bother you then if that Chinese brand does that, copies it, and let's say there's no one in that brand factory who really ride? It's just, we're just copying whatever this carbon fiber thing is. It's there's no cycling element to it. It's just, we already make these, let's make our own. We've got the mold, we'll make the mold. Here it is, done.
Does it annoy me?
Is that an issue for you?
To me, it clearly is an issue. I brought it up last week with the Evolve. I thought that was cheap. Now they might have layup expertise because they own their own factory, but when the mold shape, the silhouette of it is the same as another bike that's been out. Yeah, I think that's annoying, especially when the Chinese brands are apparently supposed to be standing on their own 2 feet.
Yeah.
Then you go, well, just do your own thing. No, it annoys me. Why does it bother you?
Yeah. I'd like to think that someone in the brand has ridden versions of the bike and identified one of the molds as the one to go with and that there was actual development involved in it. Yeah.
With this new Willier, maybe it gets Cycling News tested it and it's as fast as an S5.
Mm-hmm.
And I will walk everything I just said straight back.
Yes.
I highly doubt it's going to be that.
Yes.
So that's always an option.
Yep.
That's just a shocker, isn't it? A new Aero benchmark on the market. This is from their website. That they're talking about all this competition against all these other bikes, but they don't name one other bike. What is what?
Yeah.
No, I walk this all back. No. Why are we soft landing for Willier? This is complete and utter slop. I'm sorry.
We're so much faster than everyone else. We not going to tell you who. We're not going to tell you how. We're not going to tell you anything. We're just faster.
Yeah, we just trust us. We are. Yes.
Yeah. And this is why people get shitty about mainstream brands.
Yeah, fair enough.
This is why we then went into the Chinese brand chat, because it's just it's a meme at this point. And you can see it in the journalists articles about this stuff. They almost have to like tread around it, the way they talk about it. It's embarrassing. I'm sorry. You know? And Willier have history and all that tradition, but ultimately, like, if you're going to put this kind of shit out, like, I'm more than happy for Windspace to just eat you up alive, as far as I'm concerned.
Okay.
Like, it's done if you're going to produce this slop. And my last little bit is, like, that frame, what is it? We November? No, we're coming up. It's almost Halloween, 2025. That frame is going to be so old in about 3 months' time, maybe 6 months' time. It will be so irrelevant that these claims will just be like, oh, was this article written in 2015?
You mean because of the tube profiles and
the tube profiles and even their alleged performance?
Right.
And like if Cycling News tests this and like we think it's in line with maybe a Super 6. Mm-hmm. You know, that's my guess, would be it sits somewhere around there. Maybe a tiny bit faster.
Yeah, that's the same. Yeah.
Can they remove every one of these bullshit claims on their website?
There we go. Yeah.
Take them down.
Mm-hmm. Take down all.
That's all crap.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're going to pause for a quick moment from a word from today's show partner, Join Cycling, the Join Cycling app. Now, this is sort of taking over social media at the moment. There's a bucket of reviews on their app, and there's also over 200,000 athletes already using it.
You did say Join Cycling app, and I want to reiterate, because there are quite a few other competing training platforms out there. It really is an app. That's what Join Cycling is. You can go and download it, use the link, join.cc/NERO show, and you'll see you get 30 days free with no payment. But you literally download an app on your phone, you log in, you fill in all your information, your goals, your availability and all that, and then it shows you your workouts. But it's quite simplistic in its approach. So it'll show you the next workout. You can look up to 7 days ahead, but it really is app-based. There's no sort of web-based function where you log in. It's like you're in an airplane cockpit with numbers everywhere. And for someone that's especially just getting started into structured training, that can be really overwhelming. It's actually a blocker to a lot of people. So to be able to just download an app, put your goal in, and start ticking structured sessions off is really useful.
So you mentioned it there, Jesse. Listeners of the NERO Show get 30 days of a free trial instead of the usual 7 days. And the best part, there is no payment method required. The trial ends automatically. So to take that up, visit join.cc/the NERO Show. Download the app from the App Store or the Google Play Store and start ripping in. Head on over to Join Cycling, and a big thanks to them for supporting today's episode.
I wonder what Road Toads would have thought about.
Ooh, I could have a guess. Mr. Toad.
Would he eat?
I'm pretty sure he would vomit. I'm pretty sure he would vomit. Now, can we go through this? I've been wanting to go through this for ages.
Yeah, let's go.
Can we do it?
Yeah.
All right. So Mr. Toads, what is that the official?
Yeah, Road Toads.
Road Toads. Toad.
Yeah.
Toad has released. This is bigger than Bike Radar. This is bigger than Bike Rumors Bike of the Year. He's released his Eat or Not?
Eat or Pass.
Eat or Pass list 2025. And I thought we might step through it.
That's good.
Cannondale Super 6. E.
Okay.
He's got a Super 6 Lab 71. He's eaten.
Eating.
Do you agree or disagree?
I'm shocked by this. I'm shocked Toad has agreed to eat here. I think this is a pass. I think this is a pass. There's your time has come. The writing's on the wall. But maybe that's just because there's a new one coming, Chris. That doesn't necessarily mean this one's shit.
Nah, it's an eat.
It's an eat. Okay.
It's an SL8 with better geometry and looks cooler. And not every second person has one.
Yeah.
Eat.
Cervelo S5. I'm a eater.
Yeah.
Now, has he suggested whether new or old?
That's a new one. He's
That's
got a
the
photo
new
of.
one.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, I think he's got 8.
Yeah.
Got 8.
Specialized tarmac. Pass. Think about it. Old tarmac, old Chipotle. But new tarmac, new Chipotle. No one likes new Chipotle. Get the fuck out of here.
Where are you on Chipotle?
Don't have that in Australia.
Don't have it.
We've got Guzman Gomez.
Gomez.
Oh, dear.
No, we've got Zambrero.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's more of a Zambrero sort of.
SL8.
SL8 gone.
Pass.
I mean, living in California, it must just be nauseating,
Mm-hmm.
the number that you see up and down. And they all think they're the friggin' bee's knees. So turning up with like a retro SLC, yeah.
Yeah, you turn up with a Super 6.
Yeah.
It's like counterculture for the same speed.
Yeah.
And so what rider are you frothing that has an SL8?
It's a great call.
Because
That's such a good call.
it used to be like Sagan or Kittle when he was on, if
or
he
Justin
wasn't on the
Williams.
veg.
Or with the Legion.
Mm-hmm.
That was like peak Legion.
Mm-hmm.
They were specialised, Rafa.
Were they specialised? That was
Yeah.
before Factor. They were
It was
specialised.
Before Factor were like a blow-in.
Ah.
Peak Legion
Was it?
was it? What are you talking about? They were like global specialised ambassadors.
Right. Okay.
Like probably, this is pre-Remco,
Mm-hmm.
I would suggest. They were probably the global ambassador.
But is Remco frothy enough to get you to buy
That's
an
the
SL8?
issue.
I mean, he's good, but maybe the Shiv TT.
2026, I think he is in his Red Bull kit. But in his like, I mean, weirdos like you get hyped about old school like Soudal jerseys, just like proper Belgium nuts and bolts companies on the jersey.
Mm-hmm.
But most people, Red Bull will do it for you.
Okay.
If you were specialised, what one male cyclist would you target, or is there only one?
Someone with steez. Vanderpool.
It's got to be Vanderpool.
Tadej.
I don't think that's a vibe. I don't think that's the specialised vibe.
Maybe not for them. I'm just saying
Well, it's
riders that have an aura. Remco's got no aura unless he's doing a time trial. Like, tell me you don't want a Shiv TT if you're going to get a time trial bike.
Yeah. Brandon McNulty.
What?
All right, what's Toads up next?
Yeah. Trek Madone. Pass. Not even in the desert, bro.
Yeah. Global agreement from,
Someone said to me the other day, they were like riding behind me, and I rode past someone with a Madone, and I shook my head. I did like a look and I shook my head, and they're like, "You've really got to get over this, Chris." But it's funny, they're popular in Sydney.
It was like the second biggest bike brand, road bike brand in the world.
How do I say this? Fuck it. I think owning a Trek Madone Gen 8 in Sydney at the moment is like either you don't care or, I mean, they've got a really good local retailer that's centrally located.
Mm-hmm.
So if you work in the city, you don't really know anything about bikes. The biggest, like, hypediest bike store is a Trek store. And so if you walk into that store and you want to spend as much money as you have, a Trek Madone Gen 8 is what you will walk away with To me, that's like what everyone who's riding one in Sydney is.
Mm.
They
Why?
just literally did no research.
Mm-hmm.
They just went to the nicest store and lovely staff that I'm sure are there and was sold that bike. That's what it says to me.
Says you're an idiot.
Will I get?
Is that
will I
what-
get-
is that
will I
what you're
get-
saying?
will I get a bit of pay for that? But anyway, go on next.
Factor Ostro. E, but I'm feeling gross after.
Buyer's remorse? No.
I've really cooled on the Factor Ostro.
Interesting.
Test's all right. Ah,
Not to go too NERO show on this,
Mm.
but the package bothers me.
yeah,
It's not a package. I just don't like those black ink wheels.
right.
I'm still not sold on the bar and stem.
Mm-hmm.
Frame, beautiful, no issues. Scott Stees, as far as I'm concerned, but just the package is a letdown. Like I had a question the other, someone asked, Factor Ostro, like what's the ideal wheel set to run on it? Apart from like niche Sydney brands like Caden, it's hard to, I think you've got to go somewhere else and then you're sort of losing package. And I like package.
Okay.
Pinarello, most of the time, E. But sometimes, what the fuck is this? Seriously, what the
I
fuck
saw
is
one the other day. I did. I had to,
Of that
I
colourway?
saw, 100% saw one.
That's the endurance
It's
bike,
the
isn't
endurance bike with the lattice
it?
structure.
Yeah, the lattice. We were big fans of the lattice
Oh, we
when
were.
it was released.
Yeah, but it's not cool.
No.
Like it's basically, like anyway, go on.
I'm gobbling that shit up like it's Thanksgiving. E. Canyon Aero, pass. Unless someone's got the Katusha Aero
Ooh,
frame
ooh.
for me,
Ooh.
please slide
So
me.
hang on.
Pass
Please
me there.
slide
Where
me.
are
Bang
you?
my
Are you
line.
Scott? You gobbling both?
For me, the problem with Scott is it's almost the opposite of the Trek guy. The Scott person is someone that's it's kind of overthought the process.
well said.
That's my thing.
Well said.
I don't want to look like I've over analyzed the whole thing. That's my problem with the Scott.
I think anytime you see someone with a Scott in this country, or at least locally, they've got a story about how they got it because that's what you've got. You've got to follow the breadcrumbs to be able to find one. But the Canyon, we're passing. I blame Vanderpool for this.
I can see it looks really freaking dated. It looks really old. Like if you look at that with the SRAM stuff on it, that frame just looks like it looks old. And then because he's gone, I'd eat the Katusha colorway, but the frame looks the same.
Yeah.
Like it's still quick and it's still pretty light, but it's like, well, when you put that side by side with a Y1, yeah, I think it just looks old.
Yeah, Vanderpool doesn't race enough. I don't think Canyon get enough bang for your buck. Like he is absolutely everywhere from March to the end of April, and then he's irrelevant. You might get him popping up in September at Worlds.
Yep,
but that's it. So I blame him as well. Like the most froth-worthy cyclist is like a little flash in the pan. More Vanderpool.
John Propel, pass. Now, they're not all buns, but most of them.
For those that are just listening, he's put up like 3 photos of the old Propel that had those cooked brakes that didn't work, and all just yeah.
And the one that he said is not a bun is the Jayco colorway one, I think. Yeah, which is probably fair.
The Propel you just bought if you couldn't afford a Specialized.
Yeah,
that's what it's for.
And
no one's like purposefully holding back to get a Propel over anything else. It's just if it fit your budget, which is fine.
Have you followed any of this giant thing in the US?
Not
really
in any level of detail.
No. Interesting. Very interesting. I think we're the weirdest part about it is that US federal agency has targeted a bicycle company because the reality is basically every company in Taiwan does this. They bring in migrant workers from China. It's a thing that they all do, okay? But it's weird that they targeted a bicycle company when you've got electronics companies, automotive companies, like you name it, that is being produced in Taiwan with migrant Chinese workers that you targeted like this weird niche bicycle company.
Mm.
So I don't know who pissed someone off in the offices, but there's no clear fix for that one anytime soon. Because
would that destroy the brand if they can't sell in the US?
I think you probably know the answer to that. In the US market, it's kind of big.
Can't they just get new staff? How much of their workforce is from China?
I don't know the answer to that, but it would be a big portion.
And a big, you can't just click your fingers and
fingers.
rehire a whole fleet of thousands of workers.
No.
Stitch up. Maybe we'll get a cheap propels for the boys.
Cheap propels,
because they're way overstocked.
Yeah, that's it.
All right. Thanks, Donald. Send them over here. We'll buy them up cheap.
All right, so I thought we'd follow that along with thank you, our Toads, credit below. We'll do a couple of NERO show editions, China bike brands.
All right.
Eat or pass. You ready? First up, Evolve. Simmer.
Pass.
Just
get an SL8.
Straight off the bat. Just grey, monotone, irrelevant slop. Yep. Do some of your own R&D. Now, Seeker.
Pass.
Eat, Spear RDC, everything else pass. Has to be an RDC, everything else, forget about it.
You've lost your absolute plot. Just get a Super 6.
No.
At the RDC price.
No, it's still cool.
No,
it's cool. Not. You turn up with your Seeker Spear RDC, you're cool. WinSpace.
No, pass. Pass on the 1600, it's a rip-off. The Agile, yes. I reckon that actually looks pretty good. The C5, yes. Basically all of them besides the wannabe racer you've overpaid because you paid $1,000 more than 2 years ago for no reason.
Still waiting for the Hambini ride review.
You got it.
Coming. Did we?
No. It's the first look.
Quick Pro.
Eat.
Both of them?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
That's your thing?
I agree. Tavello.
Oh, it's a world champion.
The world champion bike.
Oh, Tavello. Eat.
Pass. Too many shit influences.
Fair.
Polygon. Threw this one in, just a little side angle.
I would say eat just off the bat because it's probably going to cost $600.
Yep.
So, although there's a kind of, it got released ages ago and I'm not seeing them. Who's riding them? I know Lino had one. He's probably the only person that's actually reviewed it. So is it any good? I don't know anything about it.
Here's my thing with the Polygon. Yeah. If you're super fit, yes.
Okay.
Because it's a well-known enough brand and most people, so it's not like just generic China brand that people don't know. It's well-known enough that people go, oh, that's a shit brand. So if you're super fit and you can still be faster than people on this bike that a lot of people perceive as being shit, massive stees to you. Mm-hmm. Whereas if you like drop people with your Seeker RDC, your Seeker Spear RDC, it's not really, oh, okay, whatever. That's already we know that's got a bit of cred to it. Where the Polygon's like, oh shit, that guy's fast on a Polygon? Stees.
Okay. Chris, so Chris wants to talk crank length. What is there still left to say? What are you going to say? What is there? Why is this still a topic? What could you tell us?
You sat around for 2 hours and talked to a bike fitter and interrupted my trip to Disneyland, and you wanted bike fit chat. Then I'm hyped for bike fit chat. See, your issue is you're a hyper adapter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I've known this for a long time. You just one of these people, like you'll get on a bike, it could be like 5 centimeters out. You'll ride it for a month and go, oh no, I think I've worked it out now. Like it's just, you are that kind of person and have been, like you'll flick around saddles. Oh, you don't flick cleats. That's the weird thing. You won't touch your cleats. But yeah, you will just. You don't seem to have any of these
All right.
sensations.
Tell me. Okay,
that I
let's go
have.
through the 80th time where you've moved your saddle to now since you've changed your cranks. I'm very interested. What millimeter setting are we at? Tell us.
Okay, fine. So
you went forward, then you went back, then you went down.
no, just settle down. You just settle down, and I'm going to run through it. Okay.
All right. This better be interesting. I want nuggets.
So there's nuggets.
Oh,
there's
good.
silver bullets in
Okay.
here.
Oh,
okay?
good. If there's a silver bullet at the end, I'll take it.
Absolutely. There's watts. I've found watts. You remember
Okay.
you asked that question to Neil about have you found anyone's moved their saddle height and have found watts? Well, I've got watts for you.
Good.
So when I made the move from 170 mil cranks to 165 mil cranks, like everyone else, I moved my saddle.
Okay.
Jesse, 5 mil up and 2.5 mil forward. Because why 2.5 mil forward? Because that makes the effective saddle height essentially the same. That seemed to make sense to me. Started riding it, and it felt very quickly that I was getting lower back pain and kind of losing. When you go to the shorter cranks, it is a different sensation. Definitely feels different, but I felt like I was kind of losing the pedal stroke at the bottom, and my ankle was kind of flipping around. But I thought it'll just take some time to bed in. Didn't get any better. We had the chat with Neil. This is the kind of timing, right? We had the chat with Neil, and his protocol for the saddle height adjustment when you move the crank length. So if you move the crank length 5 mil, his protocol was to go up 6 mil, so a little bit higher, and back 4 mil from the original starting point.
Mm-hmm.
So I went ahead and did that, and started sort of getting saddle sore. Hamstrings were seemingly getting stiff, and lower back pain. It never really felt comfortable. Came back to Sydney, so I booked the session with Mick, and in the position that I'd sort of set myself up with Neil, I had all this ankle flip. You can see, I'll bring some B-roll up, but my ankle is kind of flipping around. So what we did is I moved my saddle back down from its original position 3 mil, and the setback back to 0. So ultimately, after all this time, after changing my crank length 5 mils, I only moved my seat height up 3 mil and the setback to 0. Okay?
Okay.
So, and in chatting to Mick afterwards, he has said that he's lent more towards not moving someone's saddle height at all when they make that shift, let them ride it for a little bit, and then start to move the seat height up a little bit if they still feel like they need to, which is, and this is not me like trying to discredit what Neil says by any stretch of the imagination, but I think it's more the point that anytime you go down these bike fit rabbit holes, you are going to end up probably going back to your bike fitter anyway and sorting it out with them, because clearly the way, Neil's working with his clients is slightly different to the way Mick is.
This is ridiculous. Couldn't you just change the cranks? You could feel something, you would have felt something was wrong. Like, why are you looking? I don't understand the mentality of, I changed one thing. Let me dig through 8 recommendations to try and preempt. Just go for a ride. And you'll feel, oh no, saddle feels a bit low. And you just bump it up a couple mil. Why does there need to be this is a silver bullet when there doesn't need to be a silver bullet? Because you got a thing called proprioception. Just go and ride it.
But how do you know what feels right?
Because you've ridden every second day for the last 10 years. You're telling me you can't just get on and go and feel, oh no, saddle's a bit too low.
But the problem is, as soon as you start going down, and this is the thing, like I thought it was pretty obvious. If I went 5 mil shorter cranks, I would have to move my saddle height up to make it feel the same, which is what I did.
No, but you're still overthinking it. Don't even think it. Just change it. You might have that in the back of your mind. You go, well, if you shorten the crank, it might be normal to lift the saddle height a bit. So either do that, then see how it feels, or just leave it, go for a ride, and if you feel like the saddle's a bit low, then move it up after. Either way, it's based on how it feels on the ride. I don't understand this and that. Yeah.
Well, no, you are actually right. The takeaway from me was quite simply, I should have just left it. I should have just changed my crank length and left my position as it was completely. And there is too much noise out there about positions. I feel I potentially add to that. That he certainly sees that you are often, just like you said, better off leaving it and then doing your own self-evaluation incrementally as you go, rather than trying to preempt what you think the change should be, which is what I did. You'll get there. 10 years' time, you'll get there. You'll be like, oh, fuck, my back's sore. Why is my back sore? Oh, jeez. Oh, hamstring. My knee's sore. Oh. Perfect example of like how little like awareness you have about this stuff.
This is also, you've totally made all this up. I care a lot about my setup, but I don't sit there. You just
adapt very easily.
No, I don't. I don't know what you're talking about. I ride it. I always ride in the same similar position. I don't understand what you're talking about.
But when
it's just like I'm not sitting there like scouring numbers. It's just like I'm going to go before I sit down there and waste hours on forums, I'm just going to go for a ride and see how it feels.
Oh, I do that
then
as
I'll
well.
put the bike on the trainer, and based on how it feels, I'll make some changes.
Fair enough. When you went to shorter cranks,
mm-hmm.
What were your takeaways? Did you have any? What did you feel? Did you feel it was a big change?
Yeah, it felt mostly slightly more comfortable. My sprint didn't really change. It felt a little bit awkward in high torque, little accelerations. Like if you're going up a hill and you're too lazy to change the gear and you're kind of just leaning on it down at 70 RPM, you're like, oh, this doesn't feel quite as nice. That was probably that was about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I found the actual change when I'm down in the aero position quite really noticeable, in the sense that you almost had to concentrate on the top of the pedal stroke because it felt like it was coming sooner than it used to, if that makes sense to you. And so I would do those like hour efforts normally just by feel. And the first one I did in that with the shorter cranks, doing them by feel, it was actually was noticeably lower power. I had to go back to actually paying some attention to power.
Mm-hmm.
It just didn't feel the same when you were down in that position for some reason, because starters I was able to stay in the aero position for longer because there was less stress on it, but because the top of the pedal stroke was coming sooner, and it almost felt like I had to concentrate on that, if that makes sense to you,
mm-hmm.
rather than, because I do have the bad habit of being a bit of a grinder,
mm-hmm.
especially later on in efforts. And so, I don't know, that was something to think about. But the high torque situation, and I noticed this in the US quite a lot, on 15% gradients, that you just have to put more power out with the same gearing because you have a shorter crank. So that was definitely a thing.
I have 175s on my gravel bike. When I go back, it feels really awkward. And not awkward. It feels quite uncomfortable. I'm in the pedal stroke and I'm just like, oh, this is like, my hip doesn't feel comfortable. My back doesn't feel comfortable. So it's not until I go back where I go, oh yeah, no, I'd much rather be shorter. This is just feels, clicky.
Because I get this question a lot about, do you think I should do it? Do you think I should do it? I don't know, your thoughts on this?
Yeah, and just do it.
Yeah, I suppose. But I do think that the actual benefit, at least for me, I mean, generally riding, I don't feel any difference at all. It's literally when, I'm down in the hoods, arms 90 degrees, like that's the moment that, for me, the benefit is there. Everywhere else, it's kind of the same.
Mm-hmm. Or don't do it.
You can probably get a much cheaper crank set if you buy 175s now. Much more second-hand availability, I'd imagine. Dog or fast bike, Jesse Coyle, Pinarello F5 frame set, full Dura-Ace 12-speed Di2, Dura-Ace rotors, Alien L5W wheels, 4550, 1,210 grams. Shimano Ultegra pedals, Favero Asiomas on their way. Pinarello separate handlebar, Seb 11040s. Pinarello saddle, weight 7.2 kilos, as you see it in this picture.
Fast bike, easy to start. That is a pretty freaking good bike.
It's fast bike. Doesn't know his FTP, but he averages 19 to 21 miles per hour.
Oh.
There you go. In an average mile per hour analysis. Living around Pittsburgh, which I assume, I don't know, the hills around Pittsburgh are. But there you go. You are aboard a fast
Upgraded
bike.
from a Polygon Helios. That's a weird. You've gone from a Polygon to a Dogma. Interesting upgrade. Reckons the Dogma's noticeably stiffer.
Oh, okay.
Better snap.
Yeah, interesting. Fair enough. Bike 2. Giant TCR SL1 frame. 24. Full Ultegra Di2 group set paired with Shimano Dura-Ace rotors and bottom bracket for the extra bit of smoothness. Aero optimized the front end with a one-piece F1X integrated bar. Far Sports C5 wheels, Giant Power Pro power meter to keep the numbers honest. Are we sure the Giant power meter is honest? Are we allowing that? We'll allow it. The build was directly inspired by Chris's review. Okay. Jesse's essential feedback, put a deeper set of wheels on it. Okay.
Hold on.
This is the ultimate non-aero bike.
No.
Let me know. Keep up the epic content and don't go all PC and vague. Okay. That's not the bike I had.
Yeah, that's you test rode the. No, it's not.
That's not.
Because your one had integrated.
Integrated bar and stem.
This is the 2024.
Why is everything external then? 24 is the right year.
Brake hose is internal. Teachers can't afford top tier. Maybe that's only on the.
Oh, yes, it is. It is. Yes. Yes, the SL1. Yes.
Now,
Apologies. Oh dear.
I've said just put a set of deeper wheels on it and you're good. I don't. I don't remember saying that. Maybe I did. Is it the well? That's the question, right? Is it the ultimate non-aero bike? So, well, that doesn't that sentence. That's an oxymoron. Is that the right term? What do you mean it's not an aero bike? Is it the ultimate non-aero
climbing bike?
I think you got. Is it the ultimate aero non-aero bike? Would be maybe the right way to put that. It's obviously not fast. So, but the question is, if you just had a bike to leave down in Berry,
yes,
would you run this?
Yes.
And all you did was just loops in the foothills.
Yes.
45K.
Fantastic. Lovely, nice tyre clearance. Yes. He's got it built up at 7 kilos.
With all mounts
and
pedals.
With all the mounts. Got his fast bike of a concentric cycling mount on there.
Steel spokes.
His FTP's 300. No, his FTP's 290. So getting up Berry Mountain at 290, you're going to be riding basically threshold at 13% for 10 minutes.
I think you're going to want a climbing bike.
You're going to want a climbing bike for that.
That spec.
Yeah. And then it's bomb down the other side. Yeah. I mean, it's not a fast bike. But
I want to give some credit to Giant, right? Because they're not pretending they're up there with a Dogma.
No, well, they got all their migrant workers. So
yeah.
they're happy.
Keep the price down. So, right. So the Propel were a bit of a tough sell as a fast aero bike. So if you've gone TCR as a climbing bike, is this a certified fast climbing bike? Chris Miller.
At this price point, you have to take into account the price point, which is going to be epic on this particular bike. hurts me to say it because it's a very PC answer. He doesn't want me to be PC, but I think it potentially is a value. Fast bike.
I still don't understand why the hoses aren't integrated because that's the advanced SL with the integrated seat post. I don't know why. Sorry, that doesn't. It's kind of irrelevant. I don't know why those. I can see hoses here. That frame should take integrated cables. Anyway,
We agree.
as uninspired as I am by climbing bikes, I think that's a pretty well-rounded one.
Yep.
Yes, that is a fast climbing bike.
Okay. Bike 3 was sent in by Chicago Bears quarterback Caleb Williams. This is seriously this is the only reason your bike's being read out because I saw Caleb Williams. But anyway, go on. It is a SL 7.5.
Oh.
The color is satin carbon with brushed chrome logo, size 56, 7.78 as pictured.
6.78.
Sorry, 6.78 as pictured, including cages, pedals, Garmin, mount.
Right,
so we're in the ball game.
Okay.
0 offset post.
Mm-hmm.
Updated Roval integrated cockpit, 38115 Supercars bar tape, S-Works Evo power saddle, carbon bottle cages, 11-speed Shimano Dura Ace still working well, Silka hot melt waxed chain, Cyber 165 carbon cranks, ZTTO ultra light cassette. Okay. Ceramic speed normal size jockey wheels. I don't like oversized jockey wheels. Okay. Biconi Poggy spec bottom bracket.
Big one.
Oh yeah, big one. Sorry. Favero dual power pedals, Caden lightweight floating rotors.
The lightest floating disc brake rotors in the world, apparently. I've been using them. Pretty good.
He's based down with the Melbourne Mafia, doing criteriums, UCI Grand Fondos, and some road races like the Tour of Bright.
Is it the 7.5 because it's got the bars, integrated bars? Is that the SL 7.5? Is that what the nod's to? As fast because that's as fast as an SL8.
Yes. That's the official. I think that's what the cool kids have officially decided is the setup. Those archetypes look massive on that bike for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I saw another flattered archetype last week.
Oh no.
Someone.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Best 2,000 Ks they ever had, and then it was no longer. Yeah, so here it is. This is as optimized, and this person knows I have a soft spot for this frame, and we put a ticking time bomb.
Are we going to get a soft spot for the SL8 in a couple of years?
No chance.
Okay,
no chance.
That's a freak. This is a cool bike. I do think this is cool.
Yep.
Yeah, that's.
Well,
the problem is it's lighter than that TCR we just showed.
Oh,
that's the problem with the climbing bike.
That's the issue, isn't it?
Do we have to go back? I mean, look, this is probably double the cost. In Australia, this would be double the cost.
Correct.
So that's probably unfair, but you can kind of see the problem with climbing bikes when this is lighter.
But there's the TCR was just so bog standard that it almost there's a cred to how bog it is. Whereas this, you got the ZTT ultra light cassette. We're dipping into weight weenie mental health issues.
Okay.
Here, I feel.
Come on. What would you? Okay, the cassette. Actually, no, that's true. It's not worth it in the cassette. Come on. Use a normal cassette. Other than that,
I mean, I'd ride the bike.
It's a sick bike.
It's a fast bike. Bike 4 is a Bianchi Specialissima.
Oh.
The new one.
Oh.
You haven't seen one of these?
No, these are quite rare.
Ultegra Di2 12-speed, 172.5 crankset, 4i Precision 3+ power meter, alien wheels again. Same ones, the LW5s. He's got his Contis on with TPU tubes, integrated cockpit. Yes, that one. the Riot Carbon 3D saddle, Van Rysel carbon bottle cages, concentric radar holder, Look Keo carbon pedals, 6.9 without pedals. Okay. Plus 300 grams with pedals and bottle cages. Bottles and bottle cages, 7.2. So this is almost, the good thing about this is that this proves our TCR point.
Okay, go.
Because this is 3 times the price of the TCR.
Yep.
If not 4. Maybe
Okay.
I've gone a bit too much. But it'll be 3 times the price,
Yeah.
I would imagine. Same weight.
Yep. And this also has carbon spoked aftermarket wheels.
And from memory, Tour Magazine tested this. Okay, we're talking climbing bikes, but Tour tested it, and I pretty much remember that it was very similar to the TCR, speed-wise. So, what's your argument for this to be a fast bike?
Oh, I don't think you can make one.
No,
because you can't pull on the value lever.
No. You're pulling on the special sauce lever. You're
Ah,
dipping, you're just dripping
Canavale.
the sauce.
Yeah.
Now, this is the...
I'm not seeing a Canavale logo on the chainstays.
I don't know if this is the RC or the Pro.
Mm.
Because remember, that was the stitch-up, wasn't it?
Yeah, the top spec doesn't have Canavale.
Top steps doesn't have Canavale. And from memory, the Celeste colorways were the RC. Now, that might just have been the case with the
no,
Ultra.
it does say Pro on the fork.
It does?
It's the Pro.
Well, we might have some sauce in there.
Okay. That just because it's special sauce doesn't mean it's a fast bike.
But that's your only argument here. I mean, it's a Celeste coloured bike with special sauce. Is that enough to get a sticker?
No, sir.
No, it's enough to get a sticker, but it's got a big paw on it.
Yep. That is a dog of a bike. Sorry.
Bike 5 is an Entropy SR Plus, size 56, 35 centimetre bars, Aero WAV. Light bicycle, ARIA 55s.
CX-ray spokes. Good.
NERO approved.
Still spokes.
It's running a 29 Aero front, 30 GP5000 rear, Allele X310 Ultegra 12-speed Di2, 6.875 with in-colour Aero bottle cages. Wow.
There we go.
Wow. Ladies and
In
gentlemen.
a size 56.
Jesus. This is...
6.875 with Aero bottle cages. I'm guessing that also means with pedals. That's, I mean,
weird looking.
Did you pick all these to all float around this sort of
There's a
climbing
theme
bike?
this
Yeah.
week.
That's another, so well, there you go. I mean, that just absolutely destroys the specialist. This means not even in the same.
I mean, that's just... What's your nitpicking here? What's your nitpicking if you're trying to, is your front end a little bit, copping a bit through the palms potentially? I think he's got sprint shifters on there as well. He does. He's got sprint shifters. So clearly has a rip.
I don't really have anything to nitpick. I think that's a really good bike. If you want to go custom build, I think that's well thought out. I think that's a very nice bike. That's fast.
That's a fast bike. Bike 6, the final bike in today's episode is the previously mentioned Winspace SLC5, size small, weight 7 kilos. Wheels are the Winspace Lunds D67 Gen 3s.
Oh, sorry, this is the update to their climbing bike where they did a do-it-all makeover.
Correct.
SL8 spec.
Correct.
Okay.
We're running the X-Gady power meter to give you additional 15 watts. Carbon crank, 170mm cranks. Chain rings are the Cybre 5438s. Group sets, Durace, front derailleur, rear derailleur, rotors and chain. OSPWs, bottom bracket is a Nova BSA carbon bottom bracket. Tyres are GP 5000 28mm. Computer, Ride Now TPU tubes.
Okay. This looks pretty sick. So it's a black frame with gold Windspace logo and then color matched with the GP5000 tan sidewalls.
Can we even get those tyres here?
Yeah.
The GP5000s that we get here that are the tan walls are like those like a dirtier colour brown.
Oh.
You know?
Yeah. Oh, but these aren't the tubeless ones. These are clinchers.
Oh, these are the clinchers. Okay. I mean, if I didn't know better, this is a bike built for Instagram. There's a lot of little Instagram touches going on here.
Okay. That looks like that Willier we spoke about.
It does.
Look at that.
Yeah. I mean, Willier engineer, comment below. How is your bike better than this? Like, yeah, that's I do like that XKD crank.
Yeah, that's a nice
That
carbon
sick.
crank. I mean, so what's the weight? So if that poor TCR. So what's this weighing? 7 with pedals with wheels that are nearly 70 mil deep. I can see compliance. I don't reckon these are the right wheels for this frame. I just think it's going to give you a hard time, I think. I do think the wheels from the previous 2 bikes, the Arias with the CX rays is a nicer wheel set to just to soak up a little bit more buzz, but
as I said, I'm slightly skeptical of the intentions here.
right.
I feel like there's a little note here saying retired Cat 1 racer, now doing a bit of Masters stuff. I feel like we're moving into more of a park up type thing with all these little trinkets that are going on. And we do have the potential of a bit of a dog of a ride. That said, I think you're right. I think
I could see you on this.
Yeah.
I reckon this is sort of got.
Yep.
This would have you covered for most of your.
Yeah.
For your riding.
I mean, I feel like that carbon. It's like a mirrory bluey black to that finish, which I do quite like. I love a gold decal. I've always loved a gold decal. So this is right after my own heart. I have an issue with carbon chain rings. I'm on record, but I can get around it here.
Okay.
I think I'm willing.
Okay.
To call this as a fast bike.
All right. There you go. Congratulations, sir. You have a fast Windspace SLC5.
All right, a few comments from last week, Jesse. The most liked comment last week. Well, this is good. The FTPs people send in must be lies. The number of people north of 5 watts per kilo is not possible. On the start line of national races in the UK, there's people below 5 watts per kilo, and I'm supposed to believe half the bike ignitions are pushing north of 5. Well, I'm glad you agree with my skepticism on this as well, because it's become more and more noticeable to me that maybe it's just a lot of ramp tests being used. Like, do you see it when people apply? I don't know. Do people apply to be coached? I don't know how it works. But are people estimating or underestimating, or is 5 watts per kilo, which they're right. Like the majority of people that send theirs in, that's your sort of average.
Oh, I think there's just a lot of 6 months ago.
There was this
on
one
a Sunday morning, I did that climb for 12 minutes and it was this. And if I really massage, there's a lot of that. It's not like a rolling, well done update. So I think, but no, I wouldn't say people are fudging half a watt per kilo. Like they got to be probably close.
Somewhere in the ballpark.
But yes, there's not that many 5 watt per kilo people. Yes.
Okay. But we're keeping an eye on it.
Yeah.
We're keeping an eye on it. All right. I'm with Jesse on the Gran Fondo hype thing. We need to think of the Gran Fondo World Championships as the equivalent of the Ironman series, where you can be an elite athlete and compete for a world title in Hawaii, or you can race as an amateur age grouper and also qualify for the same world championships. as 25-year-old amateur saying he qualified for the Ironman World Championship in Hawaii doesn't make the event less prestigious for professionals. Oh, do I want my sport to become triathlon? This is an interesting one because...
But does Ironman Triathlon have an age group? Can you be a 20-year-old age group world champion?
Yes, you can.
And
I
you're not
saw
elite?
this during the... Someone's reel made its way into my algorithm where they were this 20-year-old guy and he's like, I'm a world champion. And I thought Christian Blumenfeld and this lot were the world champions. And yes, it's even more niche. It's like 21 to 24 or something.
No, we don't want that. No. That's slop.
Disgusting.
But there's also it's a kind of different because these aren't on at the same time as the World Championships. It's a total different
It will be in 2 years.
event.
Will be in 2 years.
Oh.
So the French one
Mm-hmm.
in 2 years is they're doing the full like
All one.
super series.
Oh, that's actually cool.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Like they did in
No, but
Glasgow.
so when they do that, you can't have... Oh, but that would be called the age group Gran Fondo World Champion.
Yeah. Something like that, yeah.
I don't understand. Why does everything have to have a name? Why can't you just have... I don't know. That seems weird to me. You're the age group world champion. To me, world champion just means the best in the category of the following words you're going to say. I'm the world champion, blah, blah, blah. So I guess I'm the world champion of the 20 to 25 age group Gran Fondo road cycling. No. What's wrong with that? There we go.
So
Why are we still
embarrassing.
talking about this?
Yeah.
How does it work in other? How does it work in if you're a 25-year-old amateur saying he qualified for the Ironman World Championships in Hawaii? Doesn't make the event less prestigious for professionals.
It's a fair point. It's a fair point. But my issue, what is my issue? My issue is cycling's not triathlon. And what triathlon's really good at is that their events are all participation events because you're not actually really competing with anyone. A lot of the time, you're competing against yourself. It's the nature of that sport. Whereas in cycling, you are racing the person next to you. So the mentality is completely different. And that often gets misrepresented as cliquey or elitist. But I just think it's competitiveness, and that's fine. I don't mind that. Like if everyone always says this, like you turn up to a triathlon and everyone's so welcoming and blah, blah, blah. And you turn up to a bike race and everyone's out to kill you because you are out to kill them. You are out to beat them.
I don't think that changes the name. We're just talking about the naming of the categories.
No, you're
though,
right. Yes.
Yeah.
But I think it's just the mind. I just have difficulty in
I think we're getting out.
getting out in front of the skis here.
I think you're gonna. No, I just think you're gonna lose this one. I think
I lost last week as well.
I think we just have to accept that it is okay for a 25-year-old to say that they're the cycling world champion because they won the Gran Fondo in their age group.
Like the guy who won it
We just
last year was an interesting. I did a little look at him, like speed skater from Holland. I think I'm right in saying. Was he Dutch?
Danish, I think.
No, the guy who beat me was Danish. I think he was Dutch. I think he was in orange.
Okay.
Yeah, like speed skater, national level speed skater.
Oh, so he was Dutch because I looked at his PCS. He does all the crits and stuff.
Yeah. Dutch speed skater, didn't quite crack the Olympic team, going back to uni. Now
It's like
he's
a Conti level rider.
Yeah, Conti level rider. And there was
but the gripe is if he's walking around saying I'm the world champion road cycling.
But you know how this ends is there'll be teams. How this ends. It'll just become a quasi like Conti level thing. And even people were saying after the event that there was like this professional Polish. I love like the myths that can happen of, oh, gee, these guys are like, but supposedly the Polish guys are like a team of Gran Fondo riders that travel around doing all the Gran Fondos and wrapping up the wins and the cash. Because, there's money to be made in some of those, the Dubai one and this sort of stuff. And you can't be, the other thing is you can't be a registered Conti rider to actually do the events. So, yeah, I don't know. But then that's completely different from the participation angle of the sport. What are you watching on YouTube, Jesse?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Cycling YouTube's dead.
Cycling YouTube.
I just watched the NERO show.
Dead.
I just watch our own show.
Just watch it on repeat. You watching the vlogs? We're doing vlogs.
Yeah.
Doing vlogs again.
NERO summer.
Well, we've been talking about this because, like, maybe it's just time of year or whatever, or the algorithm's not working for me anymore.
It's not working for me.
But I'm just not getting fed like harmless, fun cycling content that doesn't necessarily have a theme, but is kind of motivates you to go out and ride or is just entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I wanted to do like some shout. Like I've been quite enjoying the What Life. Max been doing some racing in Mallorca, like amateur races there. That was kind of fun to watch. Tommy Martinez cycling to Tours is still doing some fun body vlogs riding around Portugal, bunchies. But I'm not getting fed anything else that kind of excites me. So I don't know. We kind of thought we'd take matters well into our own hands. People might not think it's fun, but I kind of like making them. So we're going to make some vlogs over summer, riding, bit of racing, bit of training chat, seeing if how fit the rig's going to get the next couple of months. It's going to be disgusting. Trust me. Yeah, just go from there.
Yeah, all right.
Anything you want to see in any other vlog topics you want covered?
There's just not a lot. I mean, and Beanie doesn't do much. I don't know.
But that's different for me. Like that's always going to have its place. Cut a frame in half. Tell me it's a piece of shit. Like I just want like no narrative. I just want fun. I want to watch something and go, I'd love to go for a bike ride. That's all.
But I like to open up my YouTube and have something that I'm just like, I need to watch this. I need some free time to go. Like, I want to be pulled to watch something. Yeah, the vlogs are nice, but where's the stuff? Where's this real good? There used to be stuff going on. There used to be a scene. We used to come on and chat like cycling YouTube.
Segment.
There was this whole segment because there was actually stuff to talk about.
Yeah, this guy's doing that. She's doing this. Yeah.
We can't even, what would we even talk about? Oh, NorCal uploaded a crypt video and Cade Media have been uploading. That's it.
Yeah.
Or we used to have, remember like EJ, that there was some stuff there with the NorCal and he used to upload. I used to watch there's no Duran Rider stuff. He's doing OnlyFans. There's nothing there. Peak Talk, he uploaded the other day, but there's not, he's not doing much. I mean, I don't know. Bit thin on the ground. Cycling Weekly, right?
Mm-hmm. Hill
climb crap, a gravel bike. We strapped an 800-watt motor to our legs or some crap. Indoor cycling beginner friendly? Like it's just nothing that I'd be interested in.
Yeah.
That's it. Get off cycling YouTube, start riding my bike more.
I think so.
That's it.
Yeah.
Time to start training, I reckon. What do people want in the vlogs?
Yeah.
Are you meant to put advice in?
Well,
what do you even do? Or is it just...
See, I feel like this is where the vlog becomes a problem, is because, and I've started to see it already, people saying, like we were going to have a topic today where it's like, how do you get so fit, Jesse, on your 6 hours a week of training? Show us the secret silver bullets to it. And then So if you try and do that, you're trying to talk about some training plan in a vlog. I feel like it doesn't become a vlog anymore because all you're then doing is going out and riding, but doing some scripted like bit. Whereas I kind of think the idea of a vlog is you're going for a bike ride, or you're doing a race, or you're doing a ride that day. You don't know what's going to happen. You film it and you put it together and make a fun video out of it. Otherwise, it just ends up being the difference between tubes and tubeless. And you just go out and talk about the pros and cons on your bike ride scripted video. Like you might as well just be an AI generated bike rider at that point.
So you don't do that. You just go.
I couldn't be stuffed. Like that's what today's for.
Okay. All right.
Do you want that? You want nuggets?
I think it'd probably get me to click on it.
All right.
Whether I'd stay around.
We'll see. But until then, Jesse Coyle, I think that is today's show.
Thanks for listening, everybody.
Thank you very much, everyone. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.